Freeman, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Jameson.
Yes, can I see the map of Duncanville up here with the low to moderate income? We've got a map here. We used, this is for us to receive funding for a code enforcement person. This is our low to moderate income areas in Duncanville.
USDA doesn't necessarily qualify the same low income as that particular agency does.
I'm sorry.
There's different standards for low income.
Yes, they use the free and reduced lunch roster for their disadvantaged and low income areas.
This was to receive federal funding for a
CDBG.
yes, a code enforcement person that is paid for totally.
So
And that would have been from the value of the homes within that area.
It still is the low to moderate income area.
So
Yeah,
what are you
so-
saying, that some of these parks aren't in low to moderate?
No, they're not. Redwood Park is up in the left-hand corner, and now Chris Paris is, and they do qualify for the code enforcement person. Redwood Park and Chris Paris Park are in my district, and I did go there and sit there and watch. And I'm sorry, you said on the day that you were asked to close in Redbird, you served 82 people?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. What did you say?
He asked me what my average daily participation was, and I gave him an estimate of what the average daily participation for Redbird was, about 80 to 100 kids.
Okay, well, there was nowhere near that. It wasn't even 15. So, and neither in Chris Paris Park. And I don't know, what do you have to turn into the, what do you turn into the USDA or whatever on your, do you have to turn in daily counts or weekly or monthly or to justify your reimbursement?
Let me answer the first question. In the 3 years that I ran this program, there's never been only 15 kids at Redbird. Redbird has historically had 80 to 100 kids. I'm not sure which day. Maybe initially in the beginning, first couple of days, the numbers are not as well as they normally are, but definitely within the third or fourth day, we were at our regular numbers for the year. They look forward to us coming there. That's our baby. That's the one that we definitely can count on our numbers.
It's not a low-income area.
The USDA says it qualifies, but I'm going to actually answer another question. As far as the daily counts and how do we log that, we are required to have a daily count. I think I have you have a daily meal count? There's a form. There's millions of forms. This is a government program. There's a daily count form that we have to have, and it counts every children. And the way that it's counted, each child has to have all 5 components of the meal in order for you to count that as a reimbursable meal. And that's done daily. We have to keep a daily log, a weekly log, and then obviously we reimburse or submit for reimbursement on a monthly basis.
I mean, how do you do that? You submit a count?
Yes,
So it's whatever you say?
It's what was served,
Okay, and let's see, we never received the menus. Your program says that you have to submit menus.
Yes, we have menus submitted in our application.
But you don't submit them to the city? Because Shane did ask in his letter for your menus.
We submitted copies of sample menus to Shane. I can give you a copy of it if you'd like.
Well, my understanding was that you had to submit your menus.
They asked us for a sample menu, and they want to know where you're headed with the program, what kind of meals, whether it's going to be hot or cold. You know, serve sandwiches every day or anything like that. And the reason we title it sample menus is because our food is a lot of it was bought, some of it's donated, and it changes from week to week and even sometimes day to day. I mean, we buy a lot of our food from Sam's and Costco and places like that. And for example, if it's on the menu, you said this today, if it's on the menu that we're going to serve peaches tomorrow, and we go to Sam's and they're all out of peaches, then we gotta switch that to maybe pineapple tidbits. So it's a sample menu as opposed to a hard concrete menu. But I do have a copy of it.
And you said some of the food is donated?
In some cases, yes. from the North Texas Food Bank, from viable, reliable sources. They won't allow us to just take food from anyone. It's regulated. Everything is regulated as to where we receive it. We have to have an account for those foods, where it's coming from, the quantity that we took, the condition that it was in, the whole nine. There's forms for that as well.
So, but you're saying that USDA only requires you to submit a sample menu.
Yes.
Okay. And so your understanding was that Shane only wanted a sample?
Yes, that's my understanding.
And we didn't see a sample. I did see that there was a wide swing between one that said hot dogs and one said fajitas. Two different organizations. Oh, I got the printed stuff. But I mean, it's to specifically what is being served in our parks to our children.
Are you asking me what we serve on a daily basis? I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah. What is being served?
I can give you an example. Today we served hot dogs with an apple and baby carrots with milk and condiments. Yesterday, our organization served chopped beef, barbecue beef on a bun with, what was vegetable? Corn and fresh fruit. Again, milk has to go with every meal. Again, all meals have to have 5 components. The day before that was meatballs with mashed potatoes and peaches.
Well, I guess my concern is we have so many of them here. We have 14 places that are serving food here. 14. We're only 11 square miles. 11.3. The schools, there's 3 schools that are serving. Let's see if I can find my list here. There are 5 parks, the recreation center, the field house, and 3 apartments. And then we have 3 schools. It is, if you take all these and divide them into our mileage, it's like 0.8. We have one every 0.8.
I think if you take those numbers and take out the parks and the rec centers, then you only have maybe 4 or 5 locations to service the entire city. And also, Ms. Jamieson,
Wait, I didn't understand that. Say it again? Yeah, service the entire city? So you won't service the entire city?
No, what I'm saying is, I think if I understood your information, you said there are 14 sites that are serving 3 apartment complexes. I'm talking about non-park locations. 3 apartment complexes, 3 schools, and then I think the Bob Knight, which I'm not sure if they're still on the line.
Is Bob Knight an open site, or is it closed camp? Okay, so that's for camp only.
So that would leave basically 6 locations in the entire city that the kids would have access to go and get a free meal. I just don't think that's, we're obviously concerned about oversaturation, but we're also concerned about getting the meals out to the kids. One more thing, and I think if the school districts were able to or willing to handle the need, the school systems, school districts take precedence over private nonprofits. If a school district says, hey, we want to do all our schools, then there would be very few private nonprofits that would have the ability to go into a city and operate. So because of the lack of the fact that the school district has not expanded their program or maybe decreased their program, then it thus creates the need for us to come in.
Well, I don't know. I went to Duncanville High School last Friday, and they told me that they were not seeing the response that they had in the past. They had fewer people. And that the football team shows up for practice, and that those guys eat. I would too if I was on the football team and it was free food. So they said they're not seeing the response they had in previous years, so I don't know.
I feel like, Leslie, I apologize, y'all on the hot seat. I think it's wonderful that you're taking time to feed children. However you're led to do it, I think it's great to sit in the park to do that. please, I can't speak for anybody but myself, but I think it's wonderful, and I apologize that you've been grilled like this trying to provide food for young people. We haven't discussed this before. My children stayed home during the summer while I worked. I wish I had known about a program like this, and maybe I wouldn't have spent so much money at Taco Bell. They could have gotten food. So we do have some issues we need to resolve because this has been going on without a policy in place. That's our issue. That's not your issue. So I agree with Leslie. I think we should keep the program going. In this economy, if we can feed children that are sitting at home hungry, let's do it. And that's my whole thing. I'm not really concerned if you're making a profit. If you're feeding children and you're getting paid to do it, I think that's a wonderful thing. You're still feeding children. So I think that we need to look at, I don't even know if I care about having a sign permit. I know that's what the city says we should do, so we'll take a look at that. That's not on you. That's on us. If you've been allowed to do it without a permit or whatever, that's not on you. That's on us. So, I love Duncanville. I don't want you to leave this building with an attitude of, these people don't even want to feed children. What's wrong with them? We do. We just have some things we need to work out as a council. Okay? So I commend you, and thank you for answering all of my questions. Somebody else may have more, but that's my opinion, and I will be voting for this.
Amen.
A motion to approve use of city parks and facilities for participation in the USDA Summer Food Service Program for the remainder of summer 2012, and to develop a policy prior to the summer of 2013, and to direct staff to address issues of insurance, liability, permits, and fees.
Any further discussion?